Hello there, it's another episode of Strife and Grimbone here, the walkthrough of the Foundry VTT module for Pathfinder 2nd edition. Last time we were halfway through the cultist crypts upper floor and we're going to continue it this time. Just a couple of changes. I've changed the background so as not to see the bridge in its entirety, and the reasons why will become clear because we're making it into a trap. Also, I think it would be nice to label the dead skeletons that are actually wights, so they don't have a label on them apart from the ones that are actually going to fight, the wights. Let's make a journal note so that we can see that more easily. And we'll make it a W. We might not have W. Let's have a look. Maybe a skull. Yeah, that looks nice. And we'll copy that. And the other one is down here. And I think we'll make that, go away. We'll make that one in the square below. This is more like to spring out there. Okay, so as the PCs walk along here, they can attack these skeletons. They won't fight back. They're 4 hit point ones. And when they come around the corner, it seems the same, but it's going to fight back as a wight. We're here now, got past that secret door, and we're going to do the next encounter. Upper Cavern Bridge. Oh. And we'll paste our text. After just a short distance, the passage from the secret door ends. Should we have them here? Edit in there, because that's what I'm mainly looking at. The passage from the secret door ends high up in the side of a wide, dark fissure, a 5-foot wide stone bridge paved with the same material as the passage floor spans the 20 feet of loaning gulf to the continuation of the passage in the opposite rock wall of the fissure. You see no bottom to the fissure, nor indeed any ceiling above you, and there are no handrails on the bridge. There is no sign of movement in the cavern as far as your eyes can see, and all you can hear is the echoing moan of a subterranean wind. When each PC first steps on the bridge, roll a secret perception check. They might worry what this is for. On a successful D20 roll, if they have vision extending 30 feet or more, they notice that there is another bridge of similar design spanning the crevasse exactly below the first one, 30 feet lower down, and that's the one I'm showing there. There is a pit trap of sorts on a third 5-foot square of bridge from the north. This portion of the bridge splits down the middle, north to south, as the two sections hinge downwards from the sides of the bridge to drop anyone on that section into the abyss below, only as far as the lower bridge, 30 feet down, to take 15 bludgeoning damage. So let's get these things sorted out. We'll create another tile, and it'll just be background layer, and we'll go into modules, assets, tiles. So we have a tile here, and this is the bridge, and we'll line it up nicely with a shift, pressing shift. Okay. And that's fine. And it's maximum, it's fully visible. And then we'll have another bridge ready and waiting there with a gap in it. And that's when that's in place. It will sort of reveal the bridge lower down through the gap. Excuse me. We need to do a macro for this, don't we? So we'll just use a standard trapdoor one as a thing to copy from. Duplicate. Bridge trap. And close that up, make it neat. So tile 1 will get the idea of this and paste it there. That's tile 1. And tile 2, get us UUID. We're swapping which ones are hidden. So if the tile 1 is hidden, we play the sound, and I think the sound is stone trapdoor. So if tile 1 is hidden, we make it visible. I think we should have it the other way around. And we'll try that out, see what happens. Save it first. So that one is supposed to be hidden. That one isn't at the start. Bridge trap. Here we go. So that one becomes brighter, that one becomes hidden, and Oh, I don't know why we have a sound for the opposite one. Oh, we had a trapdoor open, trapdoor close. Well, let's just have the same sound. In fact, we'll just have it no sound. Try again. And then to reset it, back again. Perfect. So we'll put this one in position. And this one in position. And we'll create a macro link. Secret text. And drag it here. And we'll test it out on here, on the upper cavern bridge. Click the bridge trap macro. So the players won't see a faded out image of the closed pit trap. They will see the nothing of the closed pit trap, and they'll just see the open one. So it won't be kind of misty. They will just see that lower bridge 30 feet down. What further to say about the trap? We need to do its stats. So our hazard. I think we'll just copy. Well, we'll create a new hazard. Collapsing bridge. And the stealth DC is 21. And we'll say, we won't say it requires any particular expertise. So the description. Mechanical, got the traits done, mechanical trap. Disable it. DC 15 trained to lock the valves into horizontal position. Well, it should be thievery, shouldn't it? But I think we'll maybe have a crafting check to do it with a harder DC, so a wider range of people can do something. Okay. Routine isn't relevant because it's a simple trap. The valves could be destroyed if you wanted to do that. I don't know why it's going to help. Armor class 10. Fortitude 10. Has no will or reflex. In case it dodges something. 1. And then hit points. 50. 56. Hardness of stone is 14. Object immunities. Actions. So I did this. We want it to be a reflex. Pit opens. Pit valves open. Trigger. A creature more than 100 pounds in weight walks on the 5-foot section of bridge. Effect. The triggering creature falls to the lower bridge, taking 15 bludgeoning damage. That creature can use the grab and edge reaction to avoid falling. If the creature was walking on one edge of the bridge instead of the centre, the grab and edge has a +4 circumstance bonus. And the DC of the grab and edge will be the same as the DC of the stealth roll, I think, DC 21. Grab and edge can be acrobatics check, canter, or reflex save. So shall we add those in? We don't need the DC 21, do we? Okay. Oh, reset. The valves spring back after 1 minute if not broken. We want to make that a bit smaller, that token, don't we? Okay, nicely signalled for the GM then. And then we add a rope could easily be fixed to allow descent to the bridge below, safer than facing the stairs at trap at the next encounter. Each action to climb down a rope requires a DC 20 check with 5 feet. Descent if fail. Double normal climb speed on a success. 10 feet for most PCs, and an extra 10 feet on a critical fail on a critical success. PCs fall the remainder of the distance on a critical fail. Okay, and I think we need to have a thing for the bridge there, just to extra place to refer to it. Crossing bridge, yeah. And we should probably say, oh well, for the remainder of the distance, that's just the 30 feet, isn't it, there? So we won't talk about that now. Right. And that's it for that one. And we'll come back to the bridge a little bit later, what happens on the lower level. The next area is stairs and trap. Bring it up here to edit it. Obviously players can just leap across there, hardly anyone needs to make a check to go 5 feet. Stepping on the second landing below the south section of stair triggers a rune trap that sets off a flaming sphere spell. The sphere is created on the uppermost 5-foot section of the whole staircase, and then with each action it rolls 5 feet downstairs until it reaches the bottom. Okay, we're going to change that a little bit. So the idea is that the second landing triggers the trap, but the sphere is conjured there, and then comes down to get the whole party behind. In Remaster is floating flame. So let's create that trap. We'll use Fireball Rune as our template. We need two things really. We need the sphere, which I think we'll do here, and we need the trigger. Just thinking how best to do this. We'll have 2 tokens. Floating flame rune trap. 5-foot radius. I can make the difficulties the same as the ones with that fireball trap earlier. I will copy this. And duplicate it again. Floating flame. I mean, you could actually use this for PCs casting floating flame. And you can't disable the flame. And it's going to have one action. Let's say 3 actions. And we'll simulate the floating flame spell. Right. Let's find floating flame. Floating femur, not quite. Right. It's all 3 actions. Flame deals 3d6 fire damage. Damage with a TC basic true save. It then on its turn take down bounces downstairs and feet each turn and deals damage to each creature is space it shared at any point during its descent. I don't think that's relevant. I don't think we need to do a burst or anything like that. Okay. I'm going to change the image of this. Luckily, Pathfinder 2nd edition has a nice lot of default ones. And ironically enough, the fireball rather than the floating sphere. That's a good image. HIEFG. Yeah, flaming sphere is a bit more like a fireball. Well, anyway. There's one there. And we need to make it a token. See if we can find a fiery red token. Try that. Maybe just that thin one there. And then we'll get rid of that and expand this. Okay. Great ball of fire. Check the size of the token. Want it full size. Actually, I think I'm going to make it small so that you can see it over a character. Yeah, in fact, I'm going to make it quite small, even though it fills up the 5-foot radius. Okay, what have we got here? Right, we have a floating flame rune trap, which we need to change the token for. Floating flame rune is there, and the floating flame is there. Oh, didn't change that one either. Oh, what is it? We could set a light on it maybe, or even a light animation. dome. Doesn't look particularly fiery, it looks more watery, doesn't it? Let's see if we can change that. Token. So you can see it. Right. Nope. Not colours. That's better. Play it faster. Stronger. So that's getting better still. I think that's probably as good as we're going to get. And I think we'll make it a little bit smaller. Okay, that's fine there. Okay, that's nice. And we'll just change it here as well. It was ghostly one, wasn't it? Okay, so character reaches that, they have a chance to detect it. Depending on their result, you will make that visible. Select it, put it in the combat tracker, and then run the encounter. It's going to go 5, 10 each turn. Each creature, that one, and that one, and that turn is going to get caught. Next turn it's going to be that one, and that one, and that one, and so on until it gets to the bottom of the staircase. Right, that's that done. A little bit more of a description here. On the PC's turns, they might flee downstairs, climb up, or otherwise get high to rise above the 5-foot diameter sphere. And dispel magic. PCs round the corner from the sphere when it is created will hear a commotion but may not know what has happened unless a PT communicates as a free action on their turn. That's the stairs and trap. And to complete the trio of traps, we've got the lower bridge, and this means we need a new scene, the lower crypts. Background image. Cultist crypts lower. Foreground 10. Grid 150. No padding. So we have the lower crypts here. And we'll create the walls, foreground, okay. Usual opacity 0.85, overhead none. That's that done, and we have an animation for this. So rather than having a file that involves animating the whole scene as usual, we just cut a chunk of it in Dungeon Alchemist and take a video of that much smaller Dungeon Alchemist area, and so you can get the animation of the swirling gold, liquid gold, and the heart there, which we'll talk about later. First we need to do the gameplay walls, we'll call them. Generally selecting the outside, but no, there. bit shorter there, I'm wondering. And so it continues. Come on, come on, come on. Coax it along, come on. And so on to the rune well down here. That went a bit strange, I need to deal with that. Let's deal with that now. Go to the tiles. We don't want the let's see what we've got here. Right. We don't want a rune well in the foreground. The animation of it. None always visible. 100% visible. Okay, yeah, we don't want it to fade when you come onto the tile with your mouse. Yeah. Walls stick out over it, as they should. So how far we got with our walls? It's not far enough. And that's probably not, oh, it doesn't matter, it's good enough. I'll just see a little bit more wall. No! Don't press control. Right, over to here. of the black stuff. That's gone wrong, isn't it? I'm sure we have a lot of internal walls to do here. Okay. More walls. No. So I did a little thing there just so that you would have pillars symmetrically with those, and those ones weren't an obvious giveaway that it was a secret door. Different height. Okay. Any of these crooked? That's crooked. That's alright now. Right, what to do about these? Just extend it a bit. Okay. We have these to do now. What did we do here? And the side walls. Okay. I don't think we need to do anything now. Maybe we'll do this here. Right. That seems to be it. Now we'll do doors. And closed, and it'll be a stone basic stone door. So we select that, and we'll do clone it. The future walls are going to be like that with the sound added. Secret door here. Okay, I think that's it. Now we need to do lights. We'll take off GM Vision lights. So we need this area somewhat dark. We don't want it to be synchronized with world time. We just want it dark. I think that's probably dark enough. And we want some lights there. And lights here. A bit more orangey, I think, golden colour. I think we'll just have no. Maybe yeah, pulsing. Like a heartbeat. Okay, that's the lights. Now the sounds. We'll probably have a bubbling pool there. Thinking more like a lava pool, so I'll just find a different sound. Just a second. Okay, I'm back, and let's get that sound on. Maybe make it a little bit smaller, actually. Okay. We need to have a bit of a cave sound here, which we'll just copy from the other one. and if we need to add in some others, we'll do so. I think that's this area done for the moment. What we should do is start some labeling. So, where have we already done labels? We already did them for the Black Forest Caves. Copied. Going to cultist crypts. Good. And change our label to J cultist crypt encounters entrance. J1. J2. J3. Nope. Whoa. Yes, that's correct. And then another J3. J4. J5. J6, have it there. No, have it there. That's that one done. J7 we haven't done yet. And we should have our stairs going up symbol. Have we had one of those? Maybe here. No, we didn't do one there. Where did we do one? I think we might have done one in here. Yep. Stairs down. Stairs up. Going up that way. Lower bridge. You've now reached another bridge, identical to the upper bridge and directly below it. They could have come from falling down, climbing down a rope, or down via the stairs trap. On looking carefully over the side, there is no third bridge below, nothing to break your fall, possibly hundreds of feet down the crevasse. The trap from the bridge above drops creatures to the point marked X on this bridge. That's the point marked J7 on this bridge. The bridge has an altogether different trap, gust of wind trap. On the third square from the south, and is a gust of wind rune trap that sends such a gust, pushing anyone on that 5-foot section over to the west and over the side of the bridge to plummet down to the bottom of the crevasse. Nice. So we need to create another trap. So we'll have our, use that as our default. Air property, take away the fire property. Is it complex? It'll go on for a round, so we'll say it's a full round, so we'll say it's complex. On the bridge, all creatures, or how many creatures? Just that creature. We make it eastward because that's the default direction for a line. Over the side. I would have been better off using my default one, wouldn't it? DC23 3 to erase the rune without triggering the sensor, or dispel magic. Third rank, counteract, yeah, that'll do. To counteract the rune. Gust. The rune. A gust. Wind. bridge. Template line, type line, 60 feet. If fail or critically fail, a DC 22 fortitude save. The creature is blown off the bridge. A successful grab an edge will prevent falling off. Let's copy the grab an edge from before. Where is the previous grab an edge? It was on the collapsing bridge. Reaction acrobatics DC is 22 now again. Will prevent falling off. If the creature falls off, is not roped to colleagues or a fixed object and has no means to fly or float, they drop 80 feet to the rocky bottom of the crevasse for 40 bludgeoning damage. Okay. Nasty. A triple whammy of traps. And we will set that trap. Here. Need to change the token. And then create it here. I need to check it as reset. Oh dear. So template works as well. I think we've done enough now. Next we're going to get on to the secret door to get into the halls of the worthy, as opposed to the halls of the unworthy. So thanks very much for listening, and we'll rejoin next time. Thank you. Bye.